friends, my name is Alexa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the last book in the Caraval trilogy, Finale by Stephanie Garber. I will be going over spoilers of this book during the summary, so if you wish to skip all the spoilery stuff in the summary, I'll leave a little timestamp in the description if you want to skip to that part where I give my overall rating and review of this book. But with that said, let's get started to the summary. Finale is also told from both Scarlett and Tella's point of view, so some of the chapters are Scarlett and I think some of them are Tella's. So in the beginning of Finale, Legend is appearing in Tella's dreams and he wants her answer to, I guess, a question of whether or not she wants to be immortal or something. Something went wrong with Tella's dream with Legend and now he's no longer appearing in her dreams. Tella suspects something is wrong with Legend and their mother is still not waking up, and Scarlett is also supposed to be meeting with Nicholas. Tella trailed Legend. She followed him to a different world, I'm not sure, and that he was meeting with a different woman. He is meeting with a woman named Esmeralda, and Tella does not like her at all, and he says that his powers are growing weaker and that the fates are growing stronger. Legend must kill the fallen star to turn the immortal fates into ageless humans. Legend drank Esmeralda's blood to take her powers, and then Tella sees Legend as he is in the stories, and well, also the stories that she didn't want to hear. Basically how we hear the rumors that Legend is really a villain, and yeah. Scarlett hadn't seen Julian for 5 weeks until his return a week ago. Julian is to be Scarlett's chaperone when they go to meet Nicholas, and Scarlett sees feelings/emotions as colors. Scarlett gave Nicholas and Julian a challenge to win her heart, and she will marry the winner. And I also got secondhand embarrassment with Nicholas and Julian trying to compete for Scarlett's attention and love, and it's kind of a little embarrassing, but there's also another fate named the Poisoner who has, quote, poisoned a family. They are frozen and will be dead by day's end. And the person who reads the note must confess their last lies. Scarlett and Julian said the last lies they told, and they freed the family. And then a little girl gave Scarlett a key, a magical key. Paloma woke up when Tella arrived back home, and then Paloma ran off again, and Tella followed the scent of magic, and Paloma, also before she left, told Tella and Scarlett that they need to run away and to flee away from here because all the fates are back, so. Paloma kissed a fate named Gavriel. I hope I pronounced that right. Gavriel killed Paloma, / they both killed each other, much to Tella's horror because Tella found her mother and her mother paralyzed her, and so it's kind of a horrific thing to see your mother that has been unconscious for a long time now get killed by some man that you don't know. And also thinking that you might be next, that's actually kind of terrifying. Jax returned. Gabriel is the fallen star. Jax took her to his gambling parlor. Tella wants to ask the assassin to help undo Paloma's death by traveling back in time. Tella told Jax to take the pain away. Tella and Jax made a blood pact to remove her grief and pain, but however, it was too painful for him to do it, or the blood pact version, so Tella and him kissed to remove it remove her pain to make it more easier for him to do. However, Tella said that she will always choose Legend. Tella was arrested by Dante's royal guards. Tella told Scarlet the news that their mother had been killed by Fallen Star. We find out what the deal was that Dante made in the previous book, and that the deal was that he made with the temple was to deliver Esmeralda to them and have her stand trial. If not, he would die. Armando is to guard Tella, and she has to stay at the palace. And then Scarlet also got overwhelmed with seeing colors / emotions, and she passed out. However, she doesn't know what exactly is going on, so Scarlet thinks she's like having a panic attack or like getting overwhelmed with the news that her mother is no longer alive. Tella ditched Armando to go and find Jax to ask how to kill Fallen Star. Scar has the Reverie Key, and that is one of the 8 fated objects. You can take I can't talk. You could take that. It could take you to whoever or whatever you can imagine. Tella ran into another fate named Mistress Luck. Immortals can't love humans because that makes them human. Makes sense, I guess. Tella wants to be in Tella's dreams to keep Legend out. The Vanishing Market was a fated place, and that it promises a person that they would get what they needed. Apparently, you need Fallen Star's blood to get into the Immortal Library. Oh, and then Scarlet already made her choice of who she wants to be with, and it's Julian. Jax and Legend have a standoff in Tella's dream. Legend wants to meet with Tella at the Midnight Maze. Scarlet got kidnapped when she went to go to a meeting place with Nicholas. At first, I thought that was her father, so I put her father ? Oh, and then Legend wants to make Tella immortal. Tella doesn't want to be immortal. She just wants his love, and he's like, well, yeah, I can't give you that, but do you want to be an immortal? The Murdered King and the Undead Queen have arrived. That are other fates. Legend died? ? Julian and Tella ran all the way to the Count's estate to look for Scarlet because he told Tella that he doesn't know where the hell Scarlet is, and the last he heard that she was going to go meet with Nicholas. Nicholas had been killed by the Fallen Star, and this poor dog, man. This poor dog. Oh gosh. I know I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. The Mangerie is a fated place. Is another fated place. Apparently, the Fallen Star is Scarlet's birth father, her real father. Scarlet can read her father's emotions, and he basically admitted he wants to rule the Meridian Empire. And there's also another fated person that we meet is the Lady Prisoner, Anissa, I think is her real name, or like her name that she goes by. Jax appeared in Tella's dream again. The Lady Prisoner told Scarlet she has the power to defeat Fallen Star. The Murdered King and the Undead Queen are currently in charge of the kingdom, and apparently Fallen Star's rule will be that of terror. Scarlet used the key to escape. She found Julian, and she also finds out that he got a tattoo, like a crimson tattoo. Crimson is her nickname, so. They both confess that they love each other. Oh, where am I? Scarlet told Tella and Julian that Fallen Star is her real father and that she has powers. Then we also meet another fate. We don't meet a fate, but we know that there's a fate named Jester Mad who, like, made the servants like into like marionette puppets, or not like made them, but they're like moving around like they're on strings, if you know what I mean. Scarlet went back to where she was being held. She thinks she can beat Fallen Star by tapping into her powers. Tella entered the Vanishing Market alone, which is another fated place. Or I think that's the... Yeah, that's another fated place. Tella found out she will have a daughter in the, I guess, distant future, and, yeah. She also has to, like, find out something about her daughter. I can't remember if it's, like, powers or, like, what her weakness is, but I don't know. To get, like, information about the Fallen Star or something, like, how to defeat him, but... Legend is alive. Oh yeah, that's what he said. Find out your daughter's weakness to exchange for information about Fallen Star. Casper, Nigel, Aiko, and Jovan are okay. Some more fates make an appearance. The Maiden of Death and the Assassin ran into Legend and Tella, and they want to help take down the Fallen Star. Tella wrote a letter to Scarlet for her to get Fallen Star's blood and for her to be careful, and then Jack shows up once again in her dreams to tempt her. Fallen Star is planning to take over Valenda in 3 days. Then we meet another fate. We're meeting a lot of fates in this book. The priestess. And then Jack shows up once again, and he made Tella have a heart attack unless Legend gave him his powers back. He did, but Legend only gave him like some of his powers. Then Jack gifted them the Map of All, which is another fated object, as an apology, so Tella and Legend can find the Immortal Library. I said Tella is stronger than me because, you know, the whole kissing spider thing. I'm not in, I don't like spiders. And then Legend pulling her into the avalanche of spiders, and if that was me, I would have killed him myself, because absolutely not, even though it is an illusion. No. Tella and Legend found the book. Julian and Legend have a well-deserved discussion about Tella, about this whole immortal stuff and, you know, love and all of that. Lady Prisoner and Scarlet team up to get Fallen Star's blood. They failed. Fallen Star placed Scarlet's head in a cage, and that she must control someone's emotions or something bad will happen. Jack lied to Tella by taking her grief away. Instead, he made a marriage bond, and I kind of feel bad for Jax during all this, but like, bro, if you would have just told her. Why? Tella severed the connection by stabbing him, I think, repeatedly, and stabbing him or something. Tella and Dante in his bedroom, that almost progresses into something, but since this is YA, it doesn't go anywhere. Not that everyone wanted to, but anyway, but Tella did. And so did Dante, but anyway. Fallen Star, well, because Scarlet couldn't, do the whole emotion change, Fallen Star killed the woman, and yes. The Maiden of Death warns Tella about Scarlet. Julian went to go find Scarlet, and then I think the woman actually Fallen Star killed was Esmeralda, because he said something that she was hiding in a temple or something, I don't know, or being held in the temple. I don't know, I don't know if it's really her, but I just think it is. Fallen Star tells Scarlet the story of how he met her mother. Tella and Legend mounting a rescue operation, and now Scarlet has finally met Poison, and he has a little crush on her. I think he needs a love interest, I think, because she's already taken. Now the Fallen Star rules Valenda. The unwed bride shows up. Another fate. Julian got caught. And then Fallen Star wants Scarlet to turn his love into hatred. However, even though she's like trying to do this, she says she can't do it. She loves Julian so much, and that Scarlet's magic go changing gown. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's magical chinning gown was Her Majesty's gown, another fated object, I believe, that was gifted to her. Well, Dante gave it to her, so like I'm sure Dante or Legend knew that, you know. Anyway, yes, Julian is tortured, and then that's why Scarlet comes and saves her, saves him. And then Fallen Star is like ripping off her, like trying to rip off her dress for some weird reason because it's a fated object, and I don't know, and because it's going against his wishes. Then Legend shows up and he buys Scarlet and Julian time to escape. Scarlet wants to go back in time to pretend to be their mother, so Fallen Star will fall in love. Then Tella can deal the final blow. Fallen Star had the Apothec, I think that's another fate, put a cage around Legend to be his quote-unquote pet. Jax can help, but at the price of Tella being with him forever. Even though everybody is, Scarlet and Julian are against that, Tella goes along with it. And then we find out the plan might be failing because, I don't know, because Scarlet shows up dressed up as their mother, or pretending to be their mother, and everything's, I don't know what the hell's going on, everything's going to shit. Tella and Scarlet protect each other from Fallen Star because he's both hurting them by, like, burning them, I think. Tella killed him once he turned human. Then Jax is, like, pulling Tella away from it all, trying to run away with her. Dante showed up and broke the spell placed on Tella. Well, I kind of think they both did because she was fighting it too a little, because she, yeah. I think that was all Tella. Dante was just like the anchor, I'm gonna say. Dante finally admits he loves her and he will be no longer immortal. He is now ageless, so they can be happy together. I guess apparently Paloma might be possibly Elentine's daughter, perhaps. Scarlet is now being crowned the Empress. Yeah, Poison had a crush on Scarlet and is loyal to her. All the Fates ran off to the Northern Kingdom, and Tella will be a princess, and she also asked Legend to kidnap her because she doesn't want her life to be behind walls. Understandable. And also, at the end, Julian proposed to Scarlet. And that's all that happened in finale 5-star read as well. I really enjoyed seeing different stories from, or like different POVs from Tella and Scarlet. I really like that we finally get to, well, I guess meet some of the Fates, not all of them, or at least, you know. I kind of feel bad for Jax, but in the end I really don't, because Tella said that it would always be Legend, so I don't know what he was expecting. Plus I don't really think, I don't know, Legend never really like kind of forced her to love her, or to love him. Kind of like Jax does, like, you know, casting, or like, you know, putting her under his spell or something, I don't know. I think Tella was already bewitched by Legend Dante when she first set eyes on him, where she wasn't really interested in Jax at all. But anyway, I'm glad Tella and Legend finally are happy together, and also Scarlet gets to be an Empress, and I'm happy that Julian and Scarlet are together. I'm curious to know, I don't know if Stephanie is planning to delve into Tella and Dante's daughter at all, right? I don't know. I didn't really like I don't know if I really like the relationship between Fallen Star and Paloma. I don't know. Seems a little weird, especially the position he found her in when he first met her, because she was tied to the bed. Like spread eagle. So, I don't know. Not my thing. Anyway, well, like I said, I feel bad for Nicholas. I don't think he deserved to go out that way. I I kind of just feel bad for him, poor guy. And his poor dog missing. The poor dog's gonna miss his owner. But yeah. I think I have the spectaculars next on my list of what I'm going to be talking about. But if you like this video, please leave a like, and if you also liked the finale or didn't like it, let me know in the comments below. But yes. Oh, and also, are we sure Chella doesn't have any magic powers? Because she seems to break out of spells pretty easily, and also she knows the scent of magic. I don't know, I think maybe she might have little powers going on there. But yes, let me know what you guys thought of finale, whether you liked it or didn't like it in the comments below. If you also feel bad for Nicholas, leave a comment too, or if you don't feel bad for him, let me know. But yeah, Spectacular will be the next book, and the last book I will be talking about with Stephanie Garber for now in the Caraval series. And until next time, bye friends.